Okay everyone, the next exercise today is the high plank jack. So to do this, we're going to go into press up position, so shoulders over your wrists, core nice and tight, and then you're going to lift your knees up off the floor, pull your core up towards your chest, and from there we're going to be jumping our feet out and then back in. So core engaged, jump out and then in. So it's out wide and then bring your feet back together. Keeping your core nice and tight the whole time. And that's the high plank jack. And the next exercise I'm doing today is the high plank with a leg raise. So you're going to start with your shoulders over your wrists, core nice and tight, pulling your core up towards your chest and just lift your knees up off the floor. So making sure your back's nice and flat, you're just going to lift one foot at a time up off the floor. So just pointing your toes away and then the other one. So when you're doing this one, you don't actually lift your leg up high, you're just taking it off so that your core needs to stabilise yourself a little bit more. So make sure your core is nice and tight the whole time. And that's the high plank with leg lift. Okay everyone, the next exercise today is the high plank with stepping your foot out to the side. So you're going to start in press up position, so it's shoulders over your wrists, core nice and tight, and you lift your knees up off the floor. So pull your core up towards your chest. So from there you're going to step your foot out to the side and you're not going to let your foot touch the floor. So looking down, step your foot out, bring it back in, and then the other side. Making sure that your core is nice and engaged the whole time and that your back doesn't start to arch. If this is a little bit too hard for you, there is a simpler version. So you step your foot out, you're going to put your foot on the floor this time. So step out, bring it back in, step out, bring it back in. The core nice and tight the whole time. And that's high plank with stepping your foot out to the side. Okay everyone, the next exercise I'm doing today is the high plank. So to start, you're going to have your elbows over your wrists. And all you're going to do is lift your knees up off of the floor and engage your core. So to do that, you need to pull your hips slightly up towards your chest, making sure that there's no arch in your back whatsoever, and just keep your tummy nice and tight while looking slightly down towards the floor. And that's the high plank. Okay everyone, the next exercise today is the high reverse plank leg lifts. So you're going to start in a seated position, and your hands can either turn out to the side or towards your feet, making sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. Your legs are going to be hip width apart, and from there you're just going to go up onto your heels, so lifting your bum up off the floor. Once your core is nice and tight, all you're going to do is lift one foot at a time, just up a little bit off of the floor. You don't need to raise your leg too high, just a tiny little bit, keeping your core nice and tight the whole time. And that's the high reverse plank leg lift. Okay everyone, the next exercise today is the high reverse plank. So you're going to start sitting with your legs out straight, pop your hands by your side. You can have them out towards the sides or you can have them facing your feet, just whatever's more comfortable for your elbows. And then have your legs hip width apart, and from there you're going to push up onto your heels. So you're going to lift up as high as you can, core nice and tight, making sure your body's in a nice straight line, and you're looking slightly up towards the ceiling to keep your neck neutral as well. So that's the high reverse plank. The next exercise today is the high Spider-Man plank. So you're going to start with your shoulders over your wrists, and your core nice and tight, and you're just going to lift your knees up off the floor. So make sure you're pulling your abs up towards your chest, and from there you're going to bring your knee up towards your shoulder while turning your foot out to the side. So bringing it up as high as you can, and then place your foot back down. Bring it up to the side and back down. So make sure that when you're doing this one that your bum doesn't go up in the air, and keep your core nice and tight the whole time. Or if that's a little bit hard, you can pop your knees down. So just make sure that your back's flat, and again, your up towards your elbow as high as you can, with your core nice and tight. And that's the high plank with Spider-Man. Okay everyone, the next exercise today is the low plank with leg lift. So you're going to start on your forearms, bring your shoulders over your elbow, pull your core up towards your chest, and then you're just going to lift your knees up off the floor. So stabilize yourself, tummy nice and tight, and you're just going to start lifting your foot just off the floor. So you're just pointing your toes away so that your core has to stabilize itself a little bit more. We're not actually lifting our leg up high. So make sure your back's nice and flat the whole time when you're doing this one. And that's the low plank with leg lift. Okay everyone, the next exercise today is the low reverse plank leg lifts. So you're going to sit down with your legs out straight, go down onto your elbows, and make sure your shoulders are over your elbows and your legs are hip width apart. From there you're just going to lift your bum up off the floor, keeping your core and your lower back nice and tight, looking up towards the ceiling, and then from there all you're going to do is lift one foot at a time, a little bit up off of the floor, keeping yourself nice and tight and stabilized the whole time. And that's the low reverse plank leg lift. Okay everyone, the next exercise today is the low reverse plank. So you're going to start in a seated position with your legs out straight, except you're going onto your elbows. So you want to make sure that your shoulders are over your elbows and that your legs are hip width apart, and from there you're going to go onto your heels, raising your bum and hips up off the floor. So core nice and tight, you're going to lift up and you're looking back up towards the ceiling so that your lower back stays nice and strong the whole time. And then you can relax down. And that's the low reverse plank. Okay everyone, the next exercise I'm doing today is the low side plank. So you're going to start off on your side. We're on our elbow for this one, so you want to put your shoulder over your elbow and make sure your body's in a nice straight line. Stack your feet one on top of the other, and then you're just going to lift up and keep your core nice and tight. So you can pop your hand on your waist or hand up into the air. Or if this is a little bit too hard for you, you can just bend your knees and pop them down. So bend them behind you, stack your knees one on top of the other, hand on your waist or hand up in the air. So that's the low side plank.